Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I just completed my Enercon E-126. So, here is the finished product. It's, well, I might make a couple changes to it, even after this video, but this is, largely complete. I think it turned out, quite well. You can see all the, this thing is quite large, actually. It's about 4-ish feet tall. It's at N scale. It's at 1 to 160. I originally intended it to be a little bit larger than that, but I made a little mistake and I decided to just adjust the whole thing to be a little bit smaller. And I think it worked out. It's still a very large model. Very, very nice to look at. I think it turned out looking just like the original thing. And I'm very, very pleased with it. So this has been a project that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time now, although I was only able to just recently do it with the purchasing of my first 3D printer. Obviously this model has lots of complex geometries, which would be extremely difficult to make by hand. Now you've probably seen my Lego model I posted a while ago, but that I never ended up finishing it. It fell over and it broke, and I just didn't really feel like putting it together. I couldn't, and I just wanted to wait until I could figure out a better solution, and this is that solution. So now just talked about it a little bit, I'll go ahead and take a closer look at the model, see what I've done. There's of course a few imperfections that I might work on, but start by looking at the base. The base is a wooden plate that I got from a thrift store. It was really cheap. This is something that I'm not really sure what it was intended to do. It's just some sort of decorative piece made out of wood, but it's about the right size for what I was looking to do, so I'm using that for my base. And then at the bottom, you can see the door. There's the door. And then there's 2 ventilation units. I think that's what those are on the bottom. And then the stripes. Now these are all individual pieces. This is 5 individual pieces that were painted because trying to make this is 3 pieces, and then painting them, all the lines even, just would never have worked. So I printed them all out separately and stacked them up. So although that's not how it's done on the real turbine, it looks just as good, and it would have turned out much worse if I hadn't done that. And we keep going up. Here's the red section, which has the vents on it, as well as the section above it that has the vents. Not all of the turbines have these vents, but I like the way they look, so I put them on there. Keep going up here now. Here's the locations of the tower beacons. I didn't add the tower beacons, but that's where they would be. Keep going up the tower. Then we reach the nacelle, which was originally painted gray, but I decided to go over it with silver that I had left over from one of my Westinghouse OV15 projects, and I think it looks much better on here. Still a little bit darker than what I'd like to have, but much, much better than what it was. Turn it to its side here. And you see the profile. There's a bit of a gap between the hub and the nacelle, but I couldn't really think of a better way to do this, so that's just how it is. Here's the nacelle. You can see the little platform on top. I did not add the Enercon logo at the bottom. I might try to do that, but I'm not sure. And lastly, there's the little door at the back of the nacelle, which opens up. You can have a winch that goes to the bottom of the tower to carry heavy tools up. Obviously you don't want to have to bring those up the tower, so. Lastly, the blades. The blades are kind of were the tricky part. I tried making them in 3 sections, and if I were to do this again, I'd probably try to find a different way to do it, because gluing the pieces together was not great, not very easy. So what I did is these 2 parts here make the blade stump, and there's a split down the middle because they're 2 separate pieces, and the reason I printed it like that is so I could have a bolt that goes all the way through and into the inside where I can have a nut to secure it so that the blades can be pitched and they're not completely permanently attached. So then I glued those two pieces together to keep trap that bolt in there. And then this piece on the outside is a piece that's separate on the real turbine, and I'd have preferred to have it to be separable in case I wanted to take it apart, but I couldn't think of a way at this scale because it is really small to make it reliably detachable and detachable while being strong enough, so I just kind of left it as is. And then the red stripes on here, which were really difficult to do. There had a lot of bleed through on the blades, but oh well, I was able to sand them down and make it look less noticeable. Just turn it all the way around so we can see the back. There's the back. Now, I'm gonna put my camera up so you can see. I can turn this around. And if I want to, I can just make sure that I trim them enough so that they don't hit the tower. Completely pitch the blades out of the wind. There's how that looks. And then from the side profile, so then in that profile the wind turbine won't turn, the blades will act as an air brake. Although of course here turning so slowly it doesn't really have much resistance. I do have little tiny ball bearings inside the nacelle. So there it is. My Enercon E-126. I think it turned out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah. Thanks for watching and bye for now.